with Rico and Kayla is about to go live online. Catch All Out monster hit music, All Out celebrity interviews, All Out showbiz and sports news, All Out fun, an exclusive on the Monster. Catch the stream on the Monster Facebook page at RX931, the Monster YouTube channel at RX931, and twitch.tv/Monster RX931. Your All Out hosts, Rico Robles and Kayla Rivera. Stand by and enjoy the program.
The Fantastic Friday, you know how we do it. And hey, we got the dude that got the hottest tracks right now on the radio. You know how we do it. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us, Tim Atlas. Hey, Tim.
Hey.
Yo, thank you guys for having me.
Hey, how you doing? Thank you for taking time. Where are you joining us from?
It is 10:40 p.m. in Brooklyn, New York right now.
Hey, okay.
Awesome. Okay, yeah, thank you so much for taking the time. Now, Tim, we are huge fans of yours here at the Monster. We are loving your track, Enchanté. So it is, we're just so happy to be chatting with you about it today. So, for those that are hearing the track on the radio, Enchanté actually comes from a whole album. So could you actually talk us through how the album came to be? I know it comprised of 2 EPs, I think. Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess it's been a long rollout, and it took me 2 years to write. And we split it up so that the first record was more of an industrial kind of experimental night theme, and that was called Le Soir. And the next EP is called Matinee, which was more of a it's kind of like nursing a hangover, you know. It's more easy listening and R&B, and then the album combines those with a few more songs, and it's just sort of an introduction to me as a human and as an artist.
Getting it out there, getting the music out there, having it heard, how has life changed? I mean, can you still imagine when you first heard your track on the radio? Can you remember it? What were you doing? Who was the first person you called? Yo, my tracks are big.
Yeah. Oh my God. Do I remember the first time? I do remember the first time that I heard a song of mine in a Starbucks. And I was trying to tell the barista that it was my song, but she thought that I was saying oh, this is my jam. So she did not care at all. But I was very excited, and it's always exciting to hear. So yeah.
And going along with Rico's question, your music has reached the Philippines. We're your second highest streamed country. How does it feel that your music has made it this far out?
Oh my God, it means so much to me, honestly. It still blows my mind that music can go that distance. I feel I see numbers on Spotify and different streaming platforms, and it's not really real until you see the actual humans reacting to your songs. So I just want to get out there and perform at some point.
Hey, any chance of you? I don't want to jinx it. The promoters would probably be hey, we're getting promo, but give it a chance. Would you want to go out here in the Philippines? And also, you have any Filipino friends? New York, the world is a diverse country. And what are the things that they have taught you about the country?
Oh yeah, man. Filipinos are everywhere. I have a lot of friends. I also, my mom lives in the Philippines as well, and so I'm trying to get it out there as soon as I can. Hopefully, for a performance or something. But honestly, I just want to get that out there and have my own sort of experience with the country, because I feel it's missing from my life right now.
Hey, nice.
Amazing. So you mentioned your mom lives in the Philippines. Does that mean you're half Filipino or?
Yes. Yeah, I'm half Filipino.
Wow. Oh my gosh.
We learned something
no idea.
new.
Yeah. Okay. So growing up, do you know some Tagalog words? What's your favorite Filipino dish?
Oh, great questions. I only know curse words, unfortunately.
That's normal.
But as far as Filipino dish, oh damn. Maybe like I like sinigang. You know, I like some stuff.
Hey, that's a
I like
win. That's a win.
a winter day. You know. Yeah. I mean, I love it all though. I'll eat it all.
Now, when it comes to music, whose side of the family had the music in them, and then when and how was the reaction when they found out you were making music? Is it full on the whole fam getting on it like, hey, let's go, we full support, you know how we are, man?
Oh man, that's a good question. I think like I was always like sort of surrounded by it. I mean, my mom being, she was always singing like the power ballads on karaoke, and my dad would lead the songs at church, and he would always have like the Beatles on and Elvis and a lot of like classic rock. And then my sister was blasting, 90s R&B jams on the other side of the wall. So I feel like I was always just sort of around a bunch of different music. Were they supportive? I think they've always been supportive. I remember having this conversation with my mom in college, and I was like, if I just get a degree, can I just have like the green light to pursue music? And she was like, yeah. And so now here I am.
You just gave me a great reason to talk to my mom about it too. I pursued a degree. Can I do whatever I want? And hopefully, and that's a cool thing. Now, when you were making music, you did have the influence from family, but when you were making your original songs, who was the first person that heard it and what was the reaction?
Probably just like my friends that I begged to be in a band with me. I think we were all just kind of like hungry to make something from nothing, and I think it's just a general like excitement to music is such a collaborative thing, and it connects everyone in different ways, and I feel like we were just like stoked to be friends making music,
Awesome. Now, I mean, Tim, you've been making music since 2018. Well, putting it out there, I mean, I'm sure you've gotten started way before that. But I mean, for any artists that are currently putting their music out there, not quite getting the streams, that you're getting, and they're maybe, feeling discouraged that it's not being heard, what advice could you give to them so that, they just continue to keep going?
Oh man, I think like this is something I say a lot, and it's sort of cliche, but you really have to not lose sight of yourself and be true to yourself. I think it's like so easy to see what other people are doing and sort of mimic that. And I think there's like some validity to that, but at the end of the day, just like don't lose yourself in trying to like be viral or be successful. Like just get down to like the root of why you love making music, and it's to express yourself and to be true to who you are, and to like make people feel less alone in how they're feeling. Yeah, I think that's it.
Because can you imagine if you write a song just for the streams and all of a sudden it gets a hit, it becomes a hit, you have to keep on promoting the same thing, you know what I mean, over and over and over again.
Yeah.
For your career, right? I mean, is there any advice that you could remember from anyone when you were starting out? Now that, things are flying, but the times when the doors were closed, when people were saying no, what was that one advice? Who was it from? And that kept it going?
Something I guess like that my stepdad told me was you don't fail until you quit. And I think that's something that you really have to remember in music. Like, cause you get a lot of no's, you get a lot of, I mean, like everyone has an opinion about what you do. And at the end of the day, like, you just have to keep going, and you got to get past that. Yeah, that stuck with me.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. Thank you for sharing that with us. And I mean, in terms of continuing to go on, what exactly is going on ahead of you? Are you going to be coming to the Philippines, performing here anytime soon?
I don't know. I mean, like, we definitely have something in the works. So I'll keep you guys posted. But right now, I'm just enjoying my summer in New York. I will be coming to the Philippines later in the year, and we'll see. We'll see what happens. But yeah, and then we have a tour like across America in September and October, and then I'm just gonna like keep writing music.
And that's pretty much the essence of it, of the year. For you, like with music, with your songs getting big and everything, who are, for sure you meet famous people. Who's the most famous person you've ever met, and how was that conversation, if you could remember?
The most famous person I ever met. Probably Pharrell. And yeah, I just like remember he was like the same height as me, which made me feel very comfortable. And he was just like a really cool, down to earth dude. How was the conversation? I think like just like generally pretty good. Like he did ask me if I was Filipino. And yeah, man, no, he's just a cool dude. He's just a cool dude. I want to get him at some point. But yeah, that's definitely number one.
Pharrell Williams.
That's amazing. I mean, well, living in New York, I'm sure you come across a lot of, big stars probably randomly walking on the streets. But I mean, speaking of living in New York, I mean, you did make the transition moving from LA to New York. How has that adjustment been? What has the influence on your music been like since making that move?
I mean, like it's had a huge impact on my music. I think I just like am more unapologetically myself and kind of making whatever I want, which is nice. And I think like, I don't know, when you listen to this record, like you hear the subways and you hear the pace of the city, and it's really like impacted like a lot of different parts of my life. I care more about fashion. I just wore a lot of shorts in LA, so I'm happy about that. And yeah, man, I think just like I can't really pinpoint like a bunch of different ways that it's affected me, but I definitely feel like I belong here at this moment in my life.
It's really it'll push your music in a whole different spectrum, right? Especially in the different boroughs of New York, you have the different styles, and everybody just is somehow, hey man, But thank you for taking time to join us. Thank you for taking time halfway across the globe. But my last question for me here is that there are a lot of people dreaming to be songwriters just like you, living the dream. Do you have any advice that you could give? They don't know how to begin, where to begin, what kind of setup should they have at home, what kind of studio gear?
Ooh, I think like you can make it work with whatever you got. I'm trying to work with less now. But I think the advice that I have is just to keep going, and you gotta love it, and don't lose sight of that. And if you do that, and you stay true to yourself, then you're gonna be fine. And yeah, that's what it's about.
Cool.
And
thank you guys
one
so
last
much
question. Yeah. One last question. Just a message for your fans here in the Philippines. There's a lot of them.
Yeah, oh my God. Well, thank you guys so much for listening to my music and supporting me. Like, I hope to be out there soon and we can sing these songs together. Yeah, I'm just like so lucky and blessed to have these people a part of my journey.
Hey, there you go. Thank you for the message, and I can't wait to meet you here in Manila. When you get the time, we'll get you to try everything. All right?
There. Cool.
Hey,
thank you guys.
Take care out there. There you have it, Monsters. Another exclusive courtesy of the Monster once again. Give it up for Tim Atlas. Yeah. What it's all about. Till then, Monsters. My name is Rico Robles.
I'm Kayla Rivera.
This has been another Monster exclusive interview. Peace.
Monster exclusive interview.